A game in which the Islanders had a third period lead. They couldn't hold on to it. Slavin tied it up. And as you saw there, Fast with the winner. So a disappointing night for the Islanders. Down 2-0 in the series. Alan Fearing, Thomas Hickey with you. And Thomas, obviously not the result the Islanders won, and now they head back home in a couple of games they need to take care of.
Yeah, and it feels devastating, really. That's tough. And in the fashion they lost it, right? There's obviously going to be a lot of talk about the missed high stick, which should have been a penalty, and that really hurts. And I think for the Islanders, you see how close the series was to taking home ice advantage out of the Carolina Hurricanes' hands and going back and playing the first game at UBS Arena and really building on something and trying to take a lead. Now it's an uphill climb, and the old adage goes, if you lose the first two, you look at it the positive way, that the home team has not lost yet. Until that happens, it's not anyone's series, but clearly the Islanders got some work to do. And the thing that I think from this game to last game, there was improvements. I thought the Islanders were better. Is there another level? Is there another gear? Because it will take that. We saw just how close it is, and the margin for error is so slim it comes down to an overtime goal. Can you find that next level? Because that's what it's going to take to beat the Carolina Hurricanes 4 out of the next 5. Yeah, the Hurricanes win this one, and they maintain home ice now, a 2-0 series lead. 6 power plays for the Hurricanes in this game, and of course you don't want to make excuses, but a tough missed call there as Scotty Mayfield took a high stick on the Fast winning chance. Let's take a look through this game, which started with an early goal in the first period for Carolina. Paul Stastny got them on the board, a little redirection in front. And, it wasn't all Carolina, although they dominated early on. The Islanders were in a hole that they would battle back from, but a tough way to start game 2. Yeah, and Brent Burns showing why he's the marked man, the guy to look out for. And this shot, I believe, once we keep on looking, I think it hit the top of Stastny's blade. He almost didn't even really react. It went off his stick and maybe going wide to begin with, and they get the start. And I think for the Islanders, you want to get the lead. You need to get the lead. Talk about puck luck and odd bounces and deflections. Well, how about this one? Not Sebastian Aho's fault, the Islanders by any means. That one stung. The Islanders would bounce back, but as Butch said, Thomas, that he could hit that puck 1,000 more times. That's not going to happen. No, it never will. And you could tell Ilya Sorokin, like I was, I looked away for a moment. I thought that puck was going behind the net. And those are the bounces sometimes that can tilt the series. You see the difference it made this evening. And the series, this game anyway, would turn right here. Kyle Palmieri, a string of 3 straight goals for the Islanders. Yeah, this was a big goal for the Islanders, and responding right after Carolina scores. They did it in game 1. They do it again in game 2, and all of a sudden you get to a position where you're on top, and you can look to take the lead. And Matt Barzal, this was a big moment of the game. Adam Pelech, I talked about what a play it was by him to be up. He's gapped up. He's ready. He feeds it to Barzal, and a shot. That's what you need to do coming across the blue line. You can try to beat guys one-on-one, or you can realize that defenseman's got bad gap. That's Brett Pesce. He's skating backwards. He's skating the wrong direction for Matt Barzal. A nifty release and a big goal for the Islanders to tie this thing up heading into the third period. So we went to the third, tied at 2, and Brock Nelson would come through, giving the Islanders their first lead of this playoff series. What a shot. What a shot and what a play to pick up that pass from Kyle Palmieri. Batted it out of the air, and as we've seen so many times from Brock Nelson, you give him that much space from far out. One of the guys in the league that can beat goalies clean. He picked his spot perfectly. Oh, the Hurricanes weren't done. Jacob Slavin with this chance right off the face-off, corrals the puck and finished. Yeah, a design play. Slavin comes down the wall. The thing is, he stays down there. Typically, you're going to see Slavin go back to the point. He had someone fill in and found a little soft spot, a little opening. And you look at this back off the back of Ilya's head. You see it knocks his strap off. That one doesn't feel good, I'm sure, for many reasons for Ilya, but you're still in the game, and you still got hockey left to be played. The Hurricanes led the National Hockey League in defensive scoring during the regular season, but we went to overtime. The Islanders had some chances, but Scott Mayfield took a stick up high. Nothing was called, and then here's the winner from Fast. Yeah, they talk about Carolina being a quick team in transition. You see, they didn't waste any time at all. Once this puck gets out of the zone, watch Carolina reload right away. Everyone's tagging up to the blue line, and one for Ilya Sorokin. You're looking at Jordan Staal, and you're trying to pick up that late guy, and it pushes him back in his crease trying to find it. Fast wasted no time with that puck on his stick. He didn't stick handle. It was on, it was off the stick, it was in the back of the net, and all of a sudden, for the New York Islanders, you're trailing down 2. And so now they head back home, and we'll talk more about the upcoming set of games at UBS Arena. But Thomas, it's playoff hockey in the National Hockey League. I mean, it's going to be super intense.
it's really unpredictable. Obviously, the Islanders came out with on the short end of the stick yet again, but they head back home. Something to kind of, they don't need to lay over it necessarily. They still have a lot of opportunity. This series is far from over. I know the fans are frustrated. This team is frustrated with how it ended, but you got to kind of stay even keel here.
Yeah, there's no time to whine. There's no time to look back. I think you can be steamed up, you can be mad in the moment, but the series shifts, and you can't stay in today because you got to get ready for a game 2 days from now. And for the Islanders, like I said, is there another level for them? Can they find it? Is perhaps putting that effort they put in tonight, I thought the effort was outstanding. Is that enough on home ice when you get the matchups that you want? Perhaps Lane Lambert being able to really get the matchups that he wants. You talked about Carolina having last change and the big four in defense that they have. They can consistently match up with Matt Barzal's line and Horvat with Anders Lee. And then Nelson again with Engvall and Palmieri. Those guys are playing against a top pair every time. That's not going to be the case on home ice for the New York Islanders. And the other thing, I'm sure we're going to get into the missed call, and I don't think Lane's going to elaborate too much. Can you find a way to draw a penalty? And we've talked about the power play. It hasn't been good, and that was the main focus heading in tonight. They didn't even get a look at it. It wasn't for a lack of trying, but for them really waiting for that moment, because that will change a game this close.
Yeah, this one hurts, but just got to turn the page.
How'd you see the game-winning goal develop?
I'm not too sure. I didn't have a good angle on what all happened. Getting them that odd man rush. Kind of quick play, come out of the zone and back in.
I guess, did you see Scott take a
I
step?
didn't see it. At this point, it doesn't matter if I did or not.
When you're trying to turn the page, how much does it help? The series shifts back to Long Island, UBS now?
Yeah, we got to go home. Like I said, turn the page, refocus, come out with a similar effort. I can't imagine it's going to be six penalties against and none for the next game. So look forward to special teams, playing a part in the next game, and got to do the job at home.
Opportunities just didn't pan out for us tonight, but we just got to get ready for game 3 and regroup, get home, and I'm sure our crowd will get us going.
When you guys got down 2-0, this game came back with 3 straight goals. What did you like best about the way you guys were playing and sustaining possessions?
Yeah, a lot of compete, a lot of fight. It's not easy being down 2 on the road in a building like this, to claw back, get a 2-2, and it's unfortunate. I thought overall we were pretty solid tonight. It's disappointing we didn't get the result.
There's all these weird balances going on. How did that test you guys and you guys' resiliency and the way you responded to it?
Yeah, it's a lot going on out there. It's playoff time. It's hectic. Bounces here or there. So I think the main thing, we just got to stick with it, regroup here, take the positives, and get back home and try and win game 3.
Did you get any explanation from the league or the refs as to the incident with Mayfield right before there?
No.
Is that bothersome that they potentially missed a call right before the goal?
Yeah.
In broader terms, you ever been part of a game where one team gets 6 power plays, other team doesn't get any?
I think maybe somewhere along the way. I just can't remember when.
Overall, what do you think how your team played tonight? Obviously falling in a 2-0 hole, but getting it to over.
Battled, played hard, did a lot of good things, competed. Penalty kill was good. I thought it was a good effort.
On that winning goal, I know Scott takes a stick up high. He seemed to go ask about the play as play went on. Does he need to stay in the play until the whistle? Or, how'd you see that?
You know what? I just saw a snippet of it, so clearly, he had some issues and was trying to recover.
Do you, ask the league for an explanation on that play?
Well, I'm sure that, there'll be something to that effect, but right now we just have to worry about the next game,
And I guess in the second half of this game, it seemed what started.
Well, I thought we made more plays tonight. I thought we played fast. I thought it was a good hockey game. It was a hard-fought hockey game by both teams, and we were physical. We continued to hit, and we continued to invest. So that's what we have to do. We just have to get ready for the next one.
See, Barzal maybe shook off a little rust in game 1. What do you think of his play tonight?
I thought he was, like you say, I thought he shook some rust off, and I thought he was making plays as well.
Think of the way your team responded after that strange second goal and kind of shook it off and back.
Well, I thought we did a great job. We're resilient, and it was a goal you don't see very often. So, for us to come back from that was good. And to gain the lead, we did a good job.
Do you think after you took the lead, was it just a strange goal for them? Did you do better after that?
No, I thought we were fine. I thought Fasching had a chance to make it 4-2 right away. And then, it was a bit of a seeing eye shot.